Welcome, everyone, to Evolving Together with Christine Labbé, beyond the diagnosis into a new realm of possibilities. Your child deserves to be seen, heard, valued, and celebrated exactly as they are. Hi, I'm Christine, founder of Evolve Movement, a pediatric neuromovement practitioner, conscious parenting coach, and author of Our Superpowers, celebrating differently abled kids and their siblings. I offer new insights, understanding, and expansion that empower you to support your child in a way that is aligned with their soul's potential. You are not limited to the stories you've been taught to believe. You can write your own narrative. It takes 28% of parents with a neurodiverse child to awaken and advocate for change to start seeing progress. Be the change you want to see and take the first step towards a new future. Evolving Together starts now. Welcome to Evolving Together, where we delve into the possibilities beyond your child's diagnosis. I'm your host, Christine Labbé, and today we're going to explore a parent's transformative journey and the power of personal growth, an inspiring story that will touch your heart and ignite your spirit. Today, our guest is Melanie, a stay-at-home mom whose life took a profound turn after the birth of her second child. Her daughter, whose diagnosis is still unknown, became the catalyst for a remarkable transformation in Melanie's life. What began in a space of fear evolved into a journey of radical enjoyment and deep appreciation for all that life has to offer. In this interview, Melanie shares her aha moments, those pivotal instances when she realized that to support her daughter, she first needed to transform herself from the inside out. She speaks candidly about the immense impact this personal change had on her own health and well-being, as well as on her children's, and how it brought about this newfound zest for life. Get ready to be inspired by Melanie's incredible story of resilience, love, and radical transformation. Let's dive into this heartwarming conversation after the break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Evolving Together. I'm so excited to have Melanie with us today. We're actually going to talk about her transformation. She's just about to introduce herself, but she's going to speak to us about the early stages of her journey and how it led her to this beautiful space of transformation, growth, and expansion, and how this has impacted how she shows up for her children. So Melanie, why don't we begin with you starting from the beginning? Tell us how it all started and where it brought you.
Yeah. Hi, so my name is Melanie. I live in Ottawa, and I am a mother at home since I have in fact two kids. So one that she is almost 10 years old, and another one that she is 6 years old and a half. And since my little girl of 10 years old, she's a baby, I am a mother at home. I decide to be a mother at home in order to really see evolve my kids and help her grow the way she is and to really respect her own way that she will evaluate. And I also want to do homeschooling. For me, it was very important to really take the place for my kids to grow in life. And it was something that I was dreaming about. I was not sure, but I was dreaming about to do homeschooling for my kids. Then, so I was with my big girl of 3 years old, and I had my little girl. I was pregnant. And then I have my little girl, Victoria, 6 years ago. And at the beginning, everything was perfect, healthy baby, no problem. Everything was good and life was really nice. And then when she had 2 months old, we just think my husband said, I think she has something like with her vision, because she did not look us really the same way as the other baby. So, and me, I have a vision problem too. So we said, oh, maybe it's better just to look and go to see the doctors to see if there is something with our vision. But honestly, I just went to the doctor and said, oh, I will go. And she will probably just said, like, there's nothing. I'm just worried for like nothing, and it's perfect. So I went to the doctor with the Victoria. I was alone, and I was with my little baby and with the doctor, and she examined her, and she did like 2 weeks ago. Everything was perfect, and she just looked at her and she said, "Oh, I think she's blind." And for me, it was like, what? Like a really a beginning of the shock, like, and I was really really surprised. But when she told that, it was like, if I notice, oh well, it's true that it's different, and there's not the same kind of contact and everything. So after, I was really like in shock, and I come back at home and was not sure like how to tell that my husband. And so I arrived and I was like, whew, alone, like in the car crying. And I came back at home, and finally I told that to my husband and my other kids that was there. My big girl was there, and I said that, and we were really like in the shock of that. And after, like, I was starting really to like look at my little girl to see if there is something else. And we went to the ophthalmologist for the eyes, but he said, no, our eyes are okay, so there is nothing wrong with that. It is like all the cortical functions there. He said probably just let her sometimes, and sometimes it will develop after, and she will be okay. So I said, okay, well, so I will try not worry and just let it go. She's maybe not blind and everything. So we let a little bit time go, but after, when she had maybe 5 months, 6 months, she was not moving really much, not really taking toys and then anything. So we start to say, oh, okay, maybe there's something with the movement. And we went to the specialist and everything, but they did not see nothing wrong. They just say, wait, see, like, we will wait a little bit and everything. Maybe she will take more time. But finally, at 1 year, she's still not moving, nothing. So she was not like moving like the other kid. Never put her thing like hands in her mouth. She was not exploring the world around her with her body. She was not moving just like that. And we were not sure for her vision too. We know that her vision, like, she sees something, but we were not sure. The contact was a little bit difficult. Then we did the EMR for the brain. So they verify everything was okay. So they were not sure. And after we did all the tests that we can do to know what she had, if there is something, and they did not found something. And then since she is now 6 years and a half, and we still don't know what her condition is. Victoria don't move a lot. Now I know she see things, but she is just different. And honestly, different now, as I know. It's so good. There's so many things, so many gifts that I already had with this. So I will start like the first thing is, we also maybe when she was 1 year and a half, someone told us that for her eyes it was cortical visual impairment. It means that it's the brain that don't see or not interpret the things around her. So it's why maybe she did not seems to see things. But for us, like, so we were not sure, does she see things, does she we were not sure. And she was crying a lot and was really anxious, but sometimes she was happy too. So it was very difficult to know what we can do like to help her. And it's around when she was 1 years old that I introduced to you, like with the ABM method. And then slowly, yes, it's helped me calm down, first of all, to take the time. And also, yeah, I decided to not go with, I did some treatment at the CHIO and I did some like physiotherapy and everything. But when I went to something that it was to force her, like she was crying so hard and all the time, that for me, it's like, no, I cannot do that. I cannot like force her to do thing. And at this time, I was too homeschooling homeschooling. She was really little. She was so 4 years old. So I had at home too my little girl of 4 and my little girl of 1. And I at the beginning I decided to finally put my big girl at school because I said, okay, it's too much for me. I cannot handle everything. And for 6 months, my big girl go to the regular school, but she was very young when she go to school. And after 6 months of therapy and like doing everything that we should do, like the hospital like give us so many like treatment and so many things to do. So after 6 months, I said, no, 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 it's not the life that I really want with my kids. And it's my art tell me like, no, come back to what you want to be, what you want to do, because for you it was important to be with your kids, to relax, to like enjoy life. So I remember at this time I said, okay, so I will take back home my big girl of 4 years old, and I will be with my girls and do my best. So she come back at home, and I decide to continue the homeschooling. And I decide to like to really explore what I could do for my little girl Victoria. So I have always been a person that want to try things, that want to explore, that will not like give up and just said, oh, they said that there's nothing to do, or I said, no, I know there's always solution. For me, it was in my heart, there's always solution. So we'll try like anything. I was ready to do anything for her. And so I did so many things, so many therapies, so many diets, so many supplements, so many, I explore really everything. And I explore 100% like all the things that you can imagine that could be possible, how to control the environment for her, how to protect her, how to give her like the best like quality food, quality of environment, quality of everything. I protect her from the EMF, so the Wi-Fi. I tried this. I will all in with all the supplement, natural supplement, everything. So I really try like everything. And also, yeah, and also for myself, because I have my own issue of health at the time. And I had like a severe vision problem, like a really severe myopia. And when, oh yes, I have something else, is that when Victoria was young, they told us the doctor that she maybe has few months to live when she have maybe 8 months old, because they found something. So they were not sure, but at the time, like they said, oh, if it is this condition, so maybe she only have few months, few weeks. They were not sure. She was uh, healthy, but she was like no energy at all. So it's why she's like not moving, really like floppy. And sometimes she doesn't seems to be there. Like we can like do that, but she seems like not to be there with, not to be here with us. So yeah.
You know, I remember in those early stages when we would meet, and it seemed like she just simply wasn't engaged with the world. She wasn't here. She wasn't really present to her environment. She
Yeah,
wasn't really engaged with those and the things that surrounded her. And
yeah,
so it was almost like she didn't have this opportunity to find joy in her human experience because
yeah.
she wasn't connected to it.
No,
So
she was exactly. She was not able to move, not able. We don't know if we see if she saw something. We sometimes we don't know if she connects. Sometimes we have like a little connection with her. So we were like a family, like trying to connect more with her, but not unsure if she was really able to connect. Yeah.
So tell us though, because now she's radiant and she's
Mhm.
connecting with her environment and she's happy and laughing and smiling and so present and a very intelligent little girl. She's very expressive, very communicative. There's so many changes that have occurred since those early stages. And I know a lot of that has to do with your own personal transformation, right? Because you really started at a space where you were told, first of all, you had no idea what was going on. Nobody really had any sense. Then you're told she only has a few months to live. I mean, I can't even imagine the trauma, the anxiety, that would eventually lead you to absolutely want to do everything that you can to save and take care of your little girl, right? To protect her and all of the things that you said, which honestly, so many parents move through the journey this way, right? We start down this path of the warrior, the savior. We do all the things. You mentioned that physio and all of those things didn't feel in alignment because it felt forced. So that was the first step. The second was all of the alternative stuff. And I know there's a third one and you're going to talk about it, but I think a lot of it has to do with then what happened within yourself. So maybe you could talk about what was happening within you during those difficult times, how it was affecting Victoria, and then what you started to do to shift your inner world that then also changed how Victoria was experiencing the world.
Yeah. So after the trauma to knowing that maybe she have few months to live, I start to have a vision problem that it was macular degeneration. Sorry, it's a difficult word in English. Macular degenerative yeah, loss of the vision. Well, so I start to me too have problem like and to be worried like, oh my, I cannot be blind with a kid that cannot move. So it's why it led me to really, really fully try to find solution for her, for myself, and I will try everything. So I try, like we said, everything. Then sometimes I have good results. So normally you start a diet, you start something, and yes, you have your results. So yes, good, it's helped. But like it was always like trying something, then after no, doesn't work, and sometimes it was worse. And I said, why it's worse? I do everything like you can everything that you read in the book that you can try like naturally and everything I did perfectly. No, doesn't work. So why? And I had like a big eczema issue that like start to like inflammation everywhere, like, and I said, okay, now I don't know what to do. I like try everything and I doesn't seems to work. And one day I was so like discouraged, like don't know what to do. And I take my phone and normally I always like listen to a podcast about nutrition, about environment, about things. And I was just looking, I said, what I could do next. And I just saw the podcast of Dr. Joe Dispenza, and the title was Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. And this like clicked on me and said, what is that? And I was like, I don't know, but I just feel to listen to that. And I start to listen. And in the podcast, it says it's your emotion that create like your your life. And like if you're in state of fear of protection or survival mode and everything, your body will react to that. And for me, it was, oh my God. I just really like clicked that, oh, I try to protect myself of everything, protect my little girl from everything, thinking that it was outside me. Outside me. It's the thing outside me that create that. And I was even reacting to the shower, to the water on my shower. So I thought there is chemical, there is thing. No, it was inside me. So it's me, it's my emotion that create that. And at the beginning, I said, oh, what if it's the case? So it's take a lot of courage to look at us and see, oh, is it me that create like all, like maybe my eczema, my, because of the fear. And it's with all the love of myself now that I will say, yes, it was my emotion. And Victoria was crying like all the time. Like I can, if I hold her in my arm, it was okay. But if I put her like in the home, we do nothing, and I put her just a little bit, I just want to do something, she was crying and crying. And I said, but after I realized that maybe she did not feel safe because I don't think that the world is safe for her. Then, wow, there's so many things after that I realized. And few months, like just few months before that, we discovered too a movement that she can do to say yes and no. So it was the beginning of the transformation. And it was like a movement. She's on me and she let go and surrender, like to say yes. So for her, it's yes. And if she don't move, it's no. Okay, Victoria, could you show what is your movement when you want to say yes to someone? Do your biggest movement. Ooh, this is a big yes. And if it's no, what are you doing? You don't move. Yeah. And if you do a little yes. Yay. Yay. Bye bye. But at the beginning, I was not sure what I can do with this movement, but I was happy. So we can ask few questions. It's work. Then after, like with this, when I have like with a therapist, she told me one day, and I was not like open to spiritual thing and everything, but she said to me, I think your daughter read in the mind, like know what I'm thinking. And for me, it was like, no, like it's not true. It cannot, like I said, oh no. And at home, maybe at home the same day, I take my little girl in my arm, and I was with my big girl too, so we are three of us in the room, and I asked to my little girl, just by curiosity, I just want to look for, like, hey, maybe you're really intelligent and I don't know, because I asked her a few questions, like what is this color or what. So I know that maybe she sees something, but I did not ask for big question. And when I ask her, like I just think about like a multiplication, so 10 multiplied by 10, and then I said the number, like it is 20, and I wait, it is 40, it is 60, and then when I say 100, she did her movement. Oh my God. When you have a kid that cannot move, cannot talk, and you're not sure like how much they are intelligent, and finally she do this moment and look at me after with the a big smile, saying, Mommy, I'm here. I'm so intelligent, and you discover it. So it was like so amazing, because we said, oh, she is present, intelligent, more than I could think. Then with my big girl and Victoria, I said, oh my God, does she read in my mind, in our mind, like the therapist said? So I take my little, Victoria was in my arm, and I said a word in the ear of my big girl, And after I repeat the word, and when I say a word and it was the good, she did the movement. So what? Maybe. And after I put her in her bed and I went like more far of her, and I asked with my big girl a word, and she gave me a word. And after I take back my little girl and ask her, and she did the movement at the right thing, then I was like, oh wow. And after we repeat that with like family members that we can trust, and she had more than 30 words like in the mind of person. I was not knowing what it was, and they were a little bit far on the table and speaking each other, and we said, and they have everything. So, and she was like so smiling, bright and everything. So for us, it's like, okay, wow. So now I have to be open that everything is possible. And I realize at this moment how much it's important to take care of what I'm thinking. So it's then when I click, what thought do I have? What vision of the world do I have? Oh, what are my fear? What, oh, I think, oh, I love myself, and I was not loving myself at this time. But I know now that this was not a good thing for her. She was crying everything because she was in fear, and she was, Mom, love you, I love you. Like she was hearing all my thing. I was so hard with myself, so hard, like with like the world, thinking that I had to protect.
Yeah.
And like after like I listened to the podcast, and so everything started to click together, and I started the meditation and start to change my perception of the world, because meditation is good to calm right here, right now, our emotion, to listen to our emotion, really, to calm everything. But after, you have to change your program and listen to new things that will help you to think differently, to see the world differently, to slowly change. And in few weeks, my eczema like all healed, like my skin was really radius, perfect, and like everything's like start to like vibrate like more health. And then too, I was able to eat again everything, because I was reacting to almost all food. But after like only few weeks, I was able to eat everything, like coffee, because I was not able before, dairy product, everything. So I start again to just enjoy life. And I realized that I don't have to protect myself. I don't have to protect Victoria. I have just to enjoy the life. And in the Joe Dispenza book, that after I read all the book, there is a book that I really recommend. It's You Are the Placebo. So it said, you can heal yourself. Inside you, you have everything. Like you really have everything inside you to heal yourself, and to help the other around you with your energy and what you're thinking. How do you see the world and everything? So,
No, I love everything you're saying because you transformed. You now see the world so differently. And you, the way, I mean, I know you and I see you in life, and you're just this radiant, joyful person that just when people are around you, you uplift them all. And it's like this journey that is so difficult for many, for you has transformed your entire family, where now your entire family inspires others just by being present with others, right? Just
Yes.
you spending time with other families, with other parents, they feel inspired, they feel uplifted just being around you, even being around Victoria. And, for Victoria, I find you talk about, I just want to enjoy life. It's all about joy. And that is the positive influence that you have given her. You have given both of your girls. You are this positive influence that show them that it's important to enjoy life, and it doesn't really matter what you can do or what you can't do or what you're like or what you're not like. It's just enjoy it as you are here and now. And
Yeah.
it's so beautiful that you speak of moving out of that space of living from fear and instead living from a place of just trusting and being in the present moment
Yeah.
and of focusing on joy. I think that's really wonderful.
Yeah, really. And after when I read the books and I read a lot because I was like amazed at everything that could do with my health. And for Victoria too, after she started to sleep so well, like now 2 years, never problem with sleeping. And if we had problem before, and I have insomnia and her too, but now sleep well, like health since 2 years or health is perfect. I never had something. It's like always imperfect, but it's not the point to be perfect. It's not that. And I know it's not the point because when I try to be perfect, my body then, no, 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 you don't have to be perfect, but enjoy the life and like to be grateful and to really choose where I put my attention. So everything that I put my attention, I choose to listen of something. If I choose to read something, if I choose to watch TV, I will really choose this is it good? Is it uplifting me or not? And I will just feel it in my body for me. And I will choose like really knowing that to like protect, not protect. I no never protect again. It's to really consider it that it's important what you bring in your life, like to after feel the joy, like feel like our life it's beautiful and this is create the aura. So before I was not like a believer of that, but now I know this is the energy really that we emit that and we feel it. We really feel it in the other person in front of us or beside us. So we emit really like an energy of joy or fear or whatever but we can choose which energy we want to bring around the people. And it's not the condition that is to the external condition that it's important. It's the choice that how we will react to things. It's very important because sometimes my life it's not always perfect and I have some day that it's more difficult, but I will try to always find the way to see the things another like to see like what gift there is in this little challenge. Oh, okay, I can see it this way instead of that one. And I know that in every like challenge that I have, I could grow a little bit more to see my perception with more joy, with another energy, another way, and it's helped everybody around us. Yeah.
I love what you say about also creating the environment and being selective about what you bring into your world and what you bring into the girls' world to make sure it's always choosing things that are going to uplift rather than bring you down, right? That you, and you're also very empowered, showing them what empowerment looks and feels like, where you get to choose. You
Yeah.
get to choose how you're going to respond to your environment. You get to choose how you're going to respond to challenges. And you're teaching them to view a challenge as an opportunity versus something that's happening to you. These are all beautiful influences on the children that are positive, that are empowering for them. And it brings so much more joy into your lives. And and I see you inspiring other families. So I really appreciate you sharing your story with us today because I think every single thing you've mentioned is so important and so key in creating that optimal learning environment for our children to really begin to expand and step into who they are, right? Flourish and bloom into
Mhm.
who they are and do it with joy. I see your children, they're very joyful, they're very creative, they're very expressive. There's a lot of safe space for them to express themselves freely. And I think that's really beautiful, that openness, right? That clear openness that's within your entire household. So with that, I'd just like to allow you to, if there's anything else you would like to close this conversation with, any special messages that you would like to leave parents with to end our conversation.
Yeah, but for me, like to like a little example that bring that, it's like for food, I was really restrictive before with my kids, and I try now, like I really try all in, like not to restrict myself, but really like enjoy life and discover who I am through all the things that we can experience in life. It's just tools to help us discover who we are, and we are all are different, and my kids will be different, so what they loved, it will be different than me, and it's okay, and I don't have to judge the other, I don't have to judge myself, but just everything is a tool to just enjoy life and just discover more who you are and everything. And like the example, my big girl that she's now almost 10, before I was really restrictive with food, like it was all natural all day, like really like no more not too much sugar and everything. But after I just let go for 2 years, I completely like decide to, hey, I want to trust your things, your and what you want, and meet you. Then after like maybe 1 year, it's like if now we just eat everything, everything as a good like reason that sometimes we need that, sometimes we don't want. And my big girl, she was really like she wants to have sugar all the time before. When I let go at the beginning, she eat a lot, but after now she's like, look, a cake, and she see more the creativity for the cake, and she preferred the creativity, like how she could design that and how she could do that. She will see the beauty on that, but she will not be like obsessed about food. It's like if it's liberate ourselves when we just remove pressure. It's like just see more who you are without pressure, and after like you discover your real joy, who you are with your real joy. Like for me, when I was like all the food the thing, I thought that I want to have a farm with the chicken eggs and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm so glad there is people that have this. But my true self, no, I know now that I'm city girl. I love to go in the city and explore life with all the activity. And now like I will just bring my joy around me. It's like and and there is another thing, like when you understand how much the joy is something that vibrates you in and out, you attract so much thing in your life, and it's so good. So it's called that synchronicity. So after you have magic in your life, and when you experience this little by little here and there, and you know, like you have so many like little things, and it will be all different for everybody. But this open a new door in your life. It means the door like of wow, this is life could be really amazing if we turn our attention to the things that bring us joy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was actually a beautiful, beautiful way to close and to inspire parents and give them hope about the magic that's available to them. And so I thank you so much. I loved this conversation. Thank you for sharing with us. And we're so glad you were here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Evolving Together. Wow, what an incredible conversation. Let's take a moment to recap some of Melanie's insights. Melanie's journey is a powerful reminder that self-awareness, self-understanding, and our mindset can profoundly impact not only our lives, but the lives of those around us. Melanie shared how her initial fear of the world led her daughter to fear it as well, and that when she changed her thoughts and her perceptions, her daughter immediately began to feel safe to explore the joys of life. She spoke about the power of choice, reminding us all that we get to choose how we respond to our environment. Melanie chooses joy every day, as you can see in that video, and she sees life as an opportunity for growth. She emphasized that conditions do not dictate happiness, and that by being selective about what we choose to bring into our world, we can actually create a life filled with bliss and joy. Melanie is truly a beacon of hope for families everywhere. She transformed from a state of fear and anxiety to one of peace and happiness. The beauty of it all is that her daughter followed suit, expressing the same zest for life, regardless of her conditions or limitations. Melanie's story shows us that there is so much more to life if we are willing to awaken to it. So thank you for joining us today, and stay tuned for our next show where we dive into the profound holistic benefits of neuromovement, both for parents and children. Our guest, Anat Baniel, author of Kids Beyond Limits and founder and creator of the Anat Baniel method of neuromovement, shares deep insights and wisdom about the transformational power of her work. You don't want to miss it. Until then. You've been listening to Evolving Together with Christine Labbé, beyond the diagnosis into a new realm of possibilities. Tune in every second Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time or 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Transformation Talk Radio for more insights, understanding, and expansion that empower you to support your child in a way that is aligned with their soul's potential. Your child deserves to be seen, heard, valued, and celebrated exactly as they are. Are you ready to be the change you want to see for your neurodiverse child? Take the first step towards a new future and visit www.christinelabbe.com or check out our collective site, www.evolvemovement.ca.